Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to this discussion with myself and Sheikh Haitham Al Haddad on the conditions of a valid marriage. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You were just talking about the conditions of a valid marriage, and specifically, you were making a point.
Yeah, we were defining عقد النكاح. And I wanted to clarify the misconception regarding what the classical scholars said about the definition of عقد النكاح. In fact, all of them mentioned this. Yeah, something similar, where they mentioned, as I said, استحلال البضع. That the sexuality, yeah, which is the third level of what the sacred, yeah, issues. Religion, my soul, and then sexuality. I cannot exercise any sexual activity except with my wife. Or mulk al-yamin, this is something else. But except with my wife. Again, the lady, the most sacred thing for her after deen and her life is sexuality.
Of course.
How this sexuality is broken, or the sacredness of the sexuality is broken not even fully, it is broken through عقد النكاح. Okay, so which means that me as a man and my wife as a female, yeah, we all became halal together from all angles. Because the first angle is deen, this cannot be exchanged, or this cannot be a subject matter of an agreement. The second thing is the life. If the sexuality between us is halal, then everything else follows. That's why the fuqaha said it is the aqd through which, it is the only contract through which the sexuality between two people is allowed. Okay? Which means that Islamic marriage is a contract between an adult male free from obstacles with an adult female free from obstacles. It will never be between a male and a male and a female and a female. Okay?
Yes.
This should be clear. Now, I am sure, as maybe we have mentioned this or touched on this quickly, I am 100% sure that many of our audience, they will say, this crazy Maulana or Sheikh, why is he talking about this? Because now there are calls in Europe, in America, why not we carry a nikah between a male and a male and a female and a female? Is that true, Brother Daniel?
It is true.
Not?
And you tend to hear of this kind of thing promoted more and more.
There was a book that was published where the author claims that Islam allows homosexuality. Okay, and an Arabic book. Islam allows homosexuality. This is the subject matter of the book. And there is this gay imam in America who claims that there is no authentic dalil to prohibit a man from, okay, being homosexual. There is nothing wrong with homosexuality, yeah, in Islam. And he's an imam and he's proud to be gay. Yeah? And we say, apart from talking about this homosexuality issue, apart from talking about it, look, in the Quran, Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioned number of prophets. Okay, 25 prophets. One of them is who? Lut alayhi salam. All prophets called to Tawheed. All prophets mentioned to Quran, Allah mentioned that they, what? Called people to
Tawheed.
To establish Tawheed. All of them. Okay? Except who? Lut alayhi salam. Allah Jalla wa Ala did not mention that Lut called his people to اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا. This is Hud. لقد أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه فقال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره. We have sent to Noah and he said to his people اعبدوا الله, worship Allah, you have no God but Allah جل وعلا. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله. Okay. وما أرسلنا من قبلك من رسول إلا نوحي إليه أنه لا إله إلا أنا. We haven't sent any prophet before you except we reveal to him that there is no God but Allah. وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهِ. We have sent in every nation a prophet, أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهِ. Worship Allah. Okay? So this is across the board. We can't continue quoting those ayat. Lut alayhi salam, he was sent to his people for one purpose. Which is one? قال أتأتون الفاحشة ما سبقكم بها من أحد من العالمين أئنكم لتأتون الرجال شهوة من دون النساء. In different forms. In one form أئنكم لتأتون الرجال وتقطعون السبيل وتأتون في ناديكم المنكر. So he called it فاحشة and he called it what? Munkar. فاحشة, open sin. And munkar is evil sin. This is what is mentioned, and this was the main call for Lut, Prophet Lut, which is what? To prohibit his people. Forget about the whole word homosexuality, because the word homosexuality can be misleading. From men having sexual relationship with men. Yeah? Why? Because nowadays, when you say the word homosexual, they say life is about love. I love another man and we want to spend our life together. So this is homosexuality. And you are saying that homosexuality is prohibited in Islam. Akhi, I love you for the sake of Allah. Does that mean that we have sexual relationship? No. Okay? I love my father loves me, I love my children. You can love another man. Love. The Prophet ﷺ said, Al-mutahabbun, yeah, ala manabir min nur, on the day of resurrection. Those who love each other for the sake of Allah, not sexually, not for lust.
Exactly, there's no desire involved here.
There is no desire, sexual desire involved. Yeah? So don't tell me that homosexuality is about love. No, it is not about love. It is about sexual relationship. So we need to be clear about what we are talking about. What we are talking about is homosexuality, in which the sexuality is the main element of this relationship between what? Two people from the same gender. So Lut alayhi salam, Prophet Lut alayhi salam, he was mentioned in the Quran 27 times. In all these times, he was talking about the sexuality between men and men. He called it fahisha, he called it munkar. And as a result of this, when his people did not listen to him, Allah sent punishment on them. So if this open sin becomes prevalent, and we as Muslims do not contribute in telling people that Allah, the God, who controls everything, who has the right to define everything, He dislikes this act. Yeah? He prohibits us from this act. Unless we say this, then we will incur the anger of God upon us as Muslims. We have to be clear and vocal that God doesn't like this act at all. Now they are threatening us by calling us what? Homophobic. If we say that God does not like this. Yeah? In order to what? To threaten us from speaking what Quran says about this.
What
Islam says. What is Islam? What the Creator says about this. The conclusion is, we as Muslims, Islam as a religion will not allow something called a man to marry a man. Islam will never allow this. Islam will never accept this to be a normal relationship between two people from the same gender, full stop.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Very important topic, especially these days, as we know the media and the different things like are getting promoted and it's becoming more popular now. So it's good to clear this issue up.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, please come to us in the next episode where we shall continue to discuss the conditions that make a marriage valid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.